This series is recommended for adult viewers only. Violence, harsh language, and themes of Shadowrun can be found inside. Welcome to your first high-energy impact introduction for this Shadowrun, Ides of March, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play. I am Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. I will be playing your Elven, samurai-ish, boxing-ish adept. Not a street samurai, Decay. Allow me to go around and ask each of my fellows to introduce himself and also to answer the following question. What is one thing about your character we don't already know about them? For Decay, it's that he has sight beyond sight. Dunamis, why don't you tell us about yourself and Cipher?
Hi, everyone. I'm Dynamis. You can find me on AP's Discord. And I will be playing Cyrus Drake, who is a Technomancer hacker. He's a pretty scrawny-looking male, in his mid-30s. We'll get more into the description later, I think. But his fun fact for the day is one of his favorite hacks he's ever completed was hacking into a vending machine in the employee lounge to give snacks out for free to the janitors at a megacorp.
Ludemann, why don't you tell us about yourself and Sniff?
Ludemann. Yeah, that's me. You can find me on AP's Discord. I'm over on Blue Sky too, I guess. That's about the only social media I have. And I am playing a human noir detective themed magical character here. And his fun fact, his Matrix persona when he is in the Matrix is a big fluffy chow chow.
Okay.
We love chow chows.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Savannah, why don't you tell us about yourself and Blitz?
Yep, I'm Savannah. I'll be playing Blitz. She's our human street Sam. And every Christmas, she knits her dad a new sweater.
Okay. Very well. Mr. Director.
All right. So we see a sweeping helicopter view camera coming up over the Rockies from the western side. As it crests over one of the peaks, you could look down and see the sprawling cityscape of Denver. It looks very different from the city of Denver we know today in 2025. First of all, the city sprawl extends up to Boulder in the north and down to Colorado Springs in the south. It is a vast city complex full of skyrakers, factory complexes, corporation campuses, and slums, of course. To the east of the city, we see the Barrens, which is the extremely run-down part of the city. It's basically like almost a war zone-like effect as the camera pans down through a series of fireworks going off. It is December 31st, 2075. As our camera moves down to street level, we see a man exit a building carrying a large satchel over one shoulder. There are 3 letters on this run-down old building situated in the middle of the Barrens. They are AWR. As he exits the building, he takes an alleyway and starts to run, running through the snow, falling gently from the Denver sky, as it is the middle of winter. In the background, we hear the thuds and pops of more fireworks going off. And then suddenly there is an explosion closer, just beyond the building, as a car rounds the corner behind him, and he continues to run. As he does so, the car runs him down, sending him sprawling into the street. 3 people get out of the car, walk over to his prone body. One of them says, looks like you came into the wrong neighborhood. We see on these 3 people's forearm two snakes spiraling around. They are black and green mambas. One of them reaches down, pulls the satchel from the man's shoulder, revealing underneath of his lined coat he has a cybernetic arm. The slightly larger man in the back steps forward. We see that this man is an orc, two tusks. He leans down and with a single punch knocks the man unconscious. Then our camera cuts to, we see a grid of race cars sitting at the starting line of a track. The cars vary wildly from a slate gray F1 racing car sitting in the pole position to a crimson and chrome 32 Ford hot rod with flames spitting from the engine's exhaust. Another racer, cobalt and chrome, with LED lights on their wheels. And in the rear of this pack of cars, a gargantuan onyx monster truck with tusks sticking out from under the front of the hood. There's a countdown, and on the final green light, the cars scream off the starting line into the first stretch of a traditional F1 track. As they round the first corner, Cipher, I need you to make me a drive check.
Ooh. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll take that.
All right. The slate gray F1 racing car takes the lead and barely keeps it through the first turn. As the field moves through the first turn, things start to get a little unnatural. The track stretches and flexes, separating from the ground, helixing up into the coils of a massive serpent, with the cars driving along its back. Its enormous fanged maw opens as its digital green eyes survey the field of racers. The massive serpent's head strikes forward like lightning. And Cipher, since you're in first place, I need you to make me a cyber combat defense roll, which is response plus firewall.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
That's a lot of ones, though.
That's one success on like 10 dice.
Yeah, that's not great. Only 4 ones, though, so no glitch.
Hey, he only needs one success to be successful, Spoon, before you bully him too much.
That's true.
I'm glad I did not keep gremlins. I think that would have made this a critical fail.
No, I would have just made it a glitch. Yeah.
Or, yeah.
So the giant serpent's maw arcs forward, but you are able to deftly, or maybe not so deftly, spin your wheel and avoid it as it takes out the crimson and chrome 32 Ford hot rod, and it dissolves into the pixelated squares. About this time, your phone rings, and we're going to cut away from you. In the distance, we see the small starbursts of the New Year's Eve celebrations out at the Red Rocks amphitheater. The faint thudding explosions are heard through the thick glass of the window of an apartment in Atlas Heights Hab Block, a truly massive, gargantuan Hab Block situated just outside of downtown. It is a rundown, even though it was just built a few years ago, it is packed to the brim with people. The noise of the fireworks is drowned out by what sounds like a high-powered saw. Across the hall from the apartment, we see a small storage rental space with the metal roll-up door in the rolled-up position. An elven man stands at a small table working on a carpentry project. There are no tools anywhere in the storage space. We hear the noise of the saw again as he picks the piece back up. AP, you want to describe Decay to me, and what is he working on?
So the space that Decay is working in has a little sign hanging up that says quality craftsmanship. Beneath it, in like very fine spirithial font, it says original American craftsmanship, handmade, no power tools. The person that we're seeing it can be hard to see them because their hands are warping reality as they're forcing two waves of sound between them. And as a result of running their hands down what will eventually be a chair leg, all sorts of shrapnel and just sawdust is going everywhere. It's just the sound of a buzzsaw that isn't evident in the room, just between two hands, is making this beautiful, like 18th century American chair, like colonial level of just fantastic workmanship. And you can see there's like no like nails are even going to be using it. He's going to hammer everything together. The person we're seeing making this is wearing glasses that say 2076 on them. He's got a ball cap that has the terrestrian logo from Portland Elf Corps, and he's wearing a T-shirt that says "Fly Celestial" on it. He is 6'2". He's very, very scrawny, scrappy. He's a flyweight boxer as well. And as he kind of dances around this work of art, you could see that like the sawing part very fast. Like he's done in seconds. Now it's like the sanding, the lacquering, whatever joy he briefly had while absolutely destroying something is gone and leaves his face as his eyes turn fully blank, just working down the piece, just doing the stuff that life requires now. Is that good, Spoon? You like that part? You feel decayish?
Yeah. So you're about to start working again when you hear some loud voices and a scuffle out on the nearest stair landing. It seems like a pair of gangers from the 63rd floor have come up to the 64th floor, and you see they've pushed down one of the other young teenage residents of this floor, and they seem to be intent on causing trouble.
Okay. So I immediately roll up the storage units, whatever you want to call that door, like the tin foil,
The security door.
yeah, the crappy aluminum, and I just point at those two, and in Spirethial, I say, I told you, do not return here. I have told you this twice now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm speaking Elfish at them.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an intimidation roll?
I'm not good at intimidating, actually.
That's fine.
You may not know this, but I'm actually terrible at it.
One success.
I got a
Okay.
single 6.
Let's see here.
But that is not correct, however, because it rolled my charisma twice, so my actual results are a 3, 2, 4.
Okay, so no successes.
No successes.
So one of the gangers looks to the other one and says, "What the frack did he just say to us?" One of them like chokes up on the bat that he has and comes over to you and says, "Look, man, just go back inside.
I immediately grab him by the throat and just kill him.
Okay. Go ahead.
He approached me with a weapon. This is classic self-defense.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your unarmed combat.
I will, and I'm using my boxing style as part of this. I don't know if I need to voice that every time. Pretty much, I'm always going to be boxing when I'm unarmed combat. So yeah, and when it really turns out, he comes towards me, and I just grab him by the throat, just snap his neck, real easy.
Sure. Okay, yeah, because he's got his arms like out to the side. He has the bat in one hand.
Are we saying my killing hands are still active?
Yeah, if you would like them to be.
Yes, I very much do.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled 16 dice and I got 3 successes.
Okay.
That's not really that good.
It isn't. But you could spend a point of edge to reroll all of your failures, which I think you would have to do manually, but you would just reroll 13 dice.
Hey.
Your ability to roll ones is weak.
I don't think you need.
I don't think so either, because I'm dealing something like 6 points of irresistible unarmored damage. And I'd like to say that I called it as a headshot as well.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Does he have enough hit points to survive this, I think?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because then you add your net successes as well. And he's not getting a defense check, so he's So he's taking the full damage of
Okay,
your
9
unarmed.
points of unarmed damage.
Okay, that definitely is enough to
Right.
kill him.
Yeah,
So you just
I
you
kill
reach
him, and
out.
as I do with my left hand, I slice the bat in half with the judo chop, just cleanly through
Amazing.
it. And I point to the other guy as I'm walking towards him, Darth Vader style, just menacing, and I go, in English, I told you, boyo, you're dead. As I'm just walking towards him with my hand out. But after I'm done saying that, all you can hear is a...
So he takes
I'm
off.
fucking
back
horror
down.
movie, dude.
Yeah, he takes off back down the stairs. There's an explosion.
I keep
of
going
blood.
after him, man.
Okay.
I make it clear I'm not stopping.
So you do know that the 63rd floor is like their not necessarily their stronghold, but it's their like home base. So if you go down there, you'll have to fight the entire gang.
I think I go down to the bottom of the staircase with both hands full revving to send a message.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I chased this guy back out after these guys came up here to mess, and now I'm down here waiting for someone in charge to come down and explain to me how they're going to make this right.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Again, I suck at intimidation, but I'll just keep killing people until I get what I want.
So as you turn,
I don't look like I'm super strong because I'm an adept.
yeah. So as you turn to go down the landing, your comlink rings, and we're going to cut away from you at this point.
That's my favorite part.
So our camera cuts over to a field in the north side of Denver in the Sioux sector. There is a small raised platform that looks like it has 2 people in prone position laying down on it. And about probably 600, 700 meters away, there's a row of targets. Blitz, why don't you go ahead and describe what your character looks like?
Yeah. Blitz has tan skin. She's got brown eyes, and she has black hair that's pinned up very intricately in these interwoven braids and is pinned back with these little dainty flower clips that are all holding the braids in place. She's got a nose piercing, and one of her ears is like as much flesh as there's like all piercings all down the side of it. And the other side has less, so it's an asymmetrical look. She's dressed very casually, and on her right arm, she has flower tattoos of all different kinds of flowers, like lilies and irises and poppies and such. And interspersed between there are different kinds of water birds, like herons and ibises and egrets and so on. And I think she's just looking down the range, focusing.
Okay. Laying next to you is a very tall, well-muscled Oni man, and he currently has one cheek resting on the cheek rest of a sniper rifle as he sights in and takes a shot and nails the bullseye, because that's a lot of 6s. And then he turns and looks over at you and says, all right, think you can do better? And he passes the sniper rifle over to you. It is a very large gun, pretty tricked out. On the barrel, it has, or I guess on the guard on the barrel, it has stenciled or engraved the word Tempest. And he passes it over to you and says, go ahead, let's see what you got.
Okay.
For the folks at home, Spoon rolled 24 dice to shoot. Like some sort of psycho.
And he only counted the 6s.
I mean, I just saw all of the green and went,
Yeah,
that's good enough.
Yep.
Oni boyfriend has skills. We know this.
Yeah. That's more dice than AP and I rolled together for all of our rolls so far.
Okay, did I roll that right?
It looks like it, yes.
Okay.
So 3 successes. So you hit the target, not quite the bullseye, but a respectable like inner ring shot. And he goes, not bad, but it's not, the gun's not set up for you. It is my gun after all. So you got any plans for New Year's tonight?
Well, I was thinking about after this, maybe going home, working on Pearl, unless you had other plans.
I mean, we could always, we could go out clubbing.
I'd actually really like that.
Okay, sweet. I've got in with the doorman down at Mount Olympus. I figure, downtown, New Year's.
I thought you were going to tell me you had an in with the guy at Robo.
We go there all the time. It's about this time, though, that your phone rings. And we're going to cut away from you. The camera cuts over to an older office building. Slowly trailing through the front door, across the lobby, we see a directory for the building. Office 316, Midnight Nose Detective Agency. The camera goes up the stairs, through a long hallway full of darkened office doors. The door at the end of the hallway is the only light we see. The lettering on the door matches the directory for the Midnight Nose Agency. Through the glass window of the office door, we see a man sitting behind a desk. So what does Sniff look like?
Yeah, Charles Sniff Howard. He's a wiry dude in his early 30s, pale skin, unruly hair. His eyes are focused right now, but the bags are there. He's regularly a little overdone, overtired, overstressed, working a little too much, burning it at as many ends as he's got. Yeah, he's dressed in a wide-brimmed hat that's currently sitting on the table in front of him. It's a smoky room. There's some light jazz playing in the background. Some, he's got a drink. He's swirling a little as he goes through some files on his comlink there, looking up some data, I think. His trench coat is currently draped over his chair behind him.
And I feel like there's probably like a mug of old soy calf that he started drinking and then switched over to something else a little bit harder. We see on the desk there is a file folder open with a cold case, missing persons, a handful of pictures of people who have gone missing. The picture and dossier that's on top is Dr. Alara Voss, a human woman, leading researcher on biogenetic enhancement. The file says she went missing about 8 months ago after landing a position as the lead researcher for Fenrir International, a local biotech corporation. We hear the fireworks in the background, and then a click as the door to your detective agency opens, and a woman enters, dressed in a midnight black pencil skirt with a kind of a black suit coat with white trim, with a very wide brimmed hat, and she's got her head tilted down so you can't see her face. And she says, "You're going to get a job tonight." And she looks up at you, and you see the face of Dr. Alara Voss. She says, "There will be a package you will be sent to recover. Whatever is in it, I need a copy."
Well, Doctor, it's nice to see you in person. Sounds like an interesting job.
"I need your help, Detective."
Tell me a little more.
She says, "The chip contains data that I need. I'm willing to pay."
Well, if you've got the cash, I've got the nose. We'll find it. We'll get there.
She reaches into a pocket and pulls out a comlink and hands it to you and says, "When you have what I need, call the number in this link." And you take it, flip it open, and like look through it. There's only one number programmed into it.
Mhm.
And then when you look back up, she's gone. And your normal comlink starts to ring.
Holding two. Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
Now hold on, Spoon. This is
Yes.
very important. I need to know if when she opened the door, was
She
there
did
like
not
a
close it behind her.
no, was there a
Oh.
very sultry jazz saxophone that was like
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay. Just working on some sound ideas.
Established. That's the ambiance of The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in general, that's just what
Yeah.
it sounds like. Was this all in black and white?
Yeah, did you not
Yeah,
hear?
for sure,
I literally
100%.
did the sex.
We cut back to Cipher. Do you pick up your phone?
I look first, see, do I recognize the number? Do I know who it's coming from? I try to triangulate it quickly while still driving the game, and probably answer it if it seems legit and not like spam.
Yeah. So it is from a number you recognize. It's from Vega.
What you got?
It's like, I got a job. Local fixer, needs some help. I can give you a location for a meetup. Should be pretty easy money.
Well, you know my usual question. Would you take it?
I mean, if I was, didn't have plans for a New Year's party, yeah.
Sounds good. Send me the details. And I hang up and go back to racing.
All right. So you get a location ping for a place called the Pink Pony Club in the UCAS sector. And the text says, meet here ASAP.
I probably have a serious 2-second delay considering if that means in person or if I can just like go through the matrix. Then I think he comes to a slow realization. Wow, they actually want me there in person for once. That's rare. Better go get insert name of van now.
So we cut back to Decay. Your foot lands on the middle landing of the stairs as your comlink rings.
I rev down my hands as I pull out my comlink and I say, "Why?"
It's Jimmy. You got a second to talk?
I'm in the middle of a little something. It better be important.
I've got work if you're available. It'll pay.
How good?
Well, why don't you come meet me and learn about the job a little bit before we negotiate.
Well, my son, I'm gonna need a few extra minutes to arrive. I'm in the beginning stages of another negotiation right now, but I'll be there very shortly. Don't you worry about that none.
Ping Pony Club, whenever you can get here. But make it snappy. This is a time-sensitive issue.
As soon as his sentence is finished, I hang up.
Okay. So and you rev your hands.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I say in English, 60s, come out and play. No, don't do that part. I rev my hands and I don't do the Warriors thing.
So you hear some muffled like shouting, and then a woman you'd recognize appears, dragging the offending gang member that was up on your floor forward. And like you recognize her. She's one of the lieutenants of this gang. And she's dragging him behind her. She's going, no, please don't turn me over to him. And she's like, you know the rules. You know the deal. You fucked up. And she's an orc. And so she basically just takes him, throws him down at your feet.
I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to her.
Okay.
I fold my hands like this, But just to be clear, you start hearing the chainsaw revving noise coming from my feet
Okay.
as I'm getting ready to absolutely like axe kick this guy and split him in half. And I'm just talking to her. Like, they know what I'm gonna do because they've seen me
Mhm.
do it before. And I just say, well, it would appear we have a impasse between us. I had thought there was an agreement. I don't care if you're gangsters. Go commit your crimes elsewhere. But when you come up to our floor, cause problems. I make sure that our business on the 64th stays on the 64th. And when 63rd business becomes 64th business, well, and I'm just like, I gesture to where the other guy's blood is like dripping into the stairwell behind me. Like just out of
I'm like,
nowhere, just like a flood suddenly
probably
comes
still
behind
on
me.
your hand.
Yeah.
Um, so she says, "Look, DK, this is their new blood. They were trying to make a name. The deal's still in place."
I'm gonna reach down with my hands and I'm gonna make sure that my left hand is still generating the horrendous noise, and with the right hand pick this kid up until I'm Vader force choking him and make it very clear that I'm much stronger than I appear to be. And I'm gonna say to him, so you're new around here and you don't understand authority and the rules. Understand that the floor above you is so far outside of your reach, boy, that you're never going to get there again. If I ever see you, I will kill you. I hope that you learn your lesson, young man, and never return to the 64th.
Yeah, never, 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 never. And
I don't
he
believe
like
you.
grabs your hand.
I don't. I sincerely believe that you're going to betray my trust because you're only human. But I'm willing to give the 63rd a shot. You live tonight because I'm busy and I have to go get paid. Here's the first lesson of if you ever want to drive yourself higher than being a petty criminal trying to beat some random civilian in a hallway. The money matters more than the fear. I can make you very afraid, but I'm too busy going to get paid. And then I'm going to let him go and just start walking down the stairs, still covered in blood.
He like scrambles back away from you. All right. We cut back to Blitz. Your phone is ringing.
I pick it up.
Hey, Blitz. You got any New Year's plans? You recognize the voice of Jimmy Hothand.
Making sure he can hear, I turn to Cav and I say, oh my God, it's this asshole again.
Come on, Blitz. Listen, we're friends, you and I.
What do you want?
I got work. Got a decent job. Should be a piece of cake. Uh, no worries. Meet me down at the Pink Pony Club if you're interested.
I think that was your exact words last time.
Look, I mean, I can't predict what will happen on every job. This one though, super simple. It's a milk run.
Right now.
As soon as you can.
Fuck me. Where at?
Meet me at the Pink Pony Club.
Be there. And she hangs up.
Cab looks at you and goes, "Working?"
Jimmy man.
He shrugs and says, "Gotta pay rent."
I know. Okay. I gotta go get my stuff. You want to give me a ride?
Sure.
Okay.
And you guys head over to a blacked out Rover 2073.
Does this mean we don't have time to shower?
Probably. I mean, we're gonna have to cross the border to UCAS, and you know, it's a bit of a drive to the Pink Pony. So we cut away as you guys drive through back through the Sioux sector over to the UCAS sector. Sniff, your phone is ringing.
Answers.
You answer and you hear a voice say, is this the Midnight Nose Detective Agency?
The one, the only.
I'm looking for a guy named Sniff.
You're speaking to him.
I need somebody who can find people for a job.
That happens to be my specialty.
Fantastic.
What's it pay? When you need me?
As soon as possible, meet me out at the Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony.
Yeah. Name's Jimmy Hothand.
Does would Sniff know anything about this guy?
Probably. Do you have any like shadow community knowledge skills or like fixer knowledge skills?
No, well, no, I don't.
Okay.
Did you just say you have shadowing?
Shadowy.
It's not the same thing.
I'll take an underworld roll.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Wow,
So
four successes on 7 dice. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
you know a good deal about Jimmy Hothand. He doesn't have any major connections to any organized crime. He seems to be, somewhat of a low-level fixer. He's a criminal by trade because all Shadowrunners are, but he does not have any ties to any major underworld organizations.
All right. Yeah, Sniff places him immediately in a not too dangerous category in his head and says, all right, well, easy money, find somebody, you got it, I'll be there. And he hangs up, I guess, and says, when it rains, it pours.
What I will need from each of you is, what sector do you live in? I know Decay lives in the CAS sector, and I think Sniff, you're UCAS?
Yep, conveniently.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain Blitz is also UCAS.
I think I'm also UCAS.
DK, your fake sin gets you through the UCAS border just fine. So I want everybody to roll me a edge test. I'm also assuming you all have modes of transportation.
Actually, I don't.
No, Sniff takes public transport.
Public transport. Okay,
Yes.
that's also fine.
I also take public transport by waving down a taxi, but when they ask me where I want to go, I say I require passage.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what was the roll we needed? Sorry.
Just a straight edge stat.
We're just clicking the edge button.
Yep, just click the edge button.
It then asks for an attribute.
You
Do I
want to
just
do
pick edge
none?
again?
No,
Oh,
you do
none.
Or
Yeah,
it'll
because
roll
that
your
edge will,
twice.
edge will roll twice.
Okay, I have 0 successes on 5 dice.
0 as well.
Ooh.
That makes sense.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, I got
All
2 1s. This game hates me
Cool.
already.
Can
Okay.
you glitch on edge?
I think it's a super
Theoretically,
glitch.
Yeah. It's technically it's a critical glitch, but this was basically just to see who got there first.
What if I also have the bad luck trait on top of that?
If you were spending
luck,
edge
buddy.
to adjust a roll, it would ding you. But since this was I called for this to see who shows up first, it's fine.
I get last, apparently.
Yeah. So Blitz, you pull in, or I guess Cab pulls into the parking lot of the Pink Pony Club. It is seems to be pretty full tonight. The parking lot's full of cars. There's a tall sign on a like a tall post that has a sign on top with neon lighting that says Pink Pony Club and has a picture of a dancing woman in cowboy boots and a hat that has like the different like positions of for the hat. It's a single-story building, like gray stucco exterior. Kind of, it seems like it might have been Western themed at some point. Door out front with 2 bouncers, and no line to get in, but it does seem you can hear the music from outside. Fast R&B, hip hop kind of vibe. The next to arrive would be Sniff and Decay, maybe even together if you take the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bus pulls up to the nearest bus stop, which is about 2 blocks away, and both of you get off the bus.
They have an awkward kind of vaguely know you, or at least Sniff would have an awkward of like, I vaguely am aware of this character.
DK doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He's here for business, and he's here to get to that business.
Yeah. Sniff is keeping an eye on him because he's at least vaguely aware of the reputation. So
Decay looks different now. He has still got the 2076 New Year's Eve glasses on, but he's wearing like a nice like black silk undershirt and then like brown Jedi robes over loose martial arts pants. He has the look of an elven prince out of Lord of the Rings with like these beautiful, absolutely maintained, perfect hair, and then like absolutely shitty facial hair, green eyes. Just looks like a really wispy, thin cosplayer dude just walking into a nightclub that's bouncing. Although, based on your description of what music are available, it's apparently a retro club that's 40 years out of date.
I don't know. There's hip hop and R&B.
There's no
future.
Sleemow.
No, there's no Sleemow.
Hip hop and R&B in 2076 is fucking bopping. It's not even bopping today.
So yeah, you guys walk up. You see there's a large SUV Rover parked in the that has just pulled up in front, and you see Blitz getting out of it with the braids, and the Cav says, "Hey, don't forget your bag. It's in the back."
Right. She picks up an obnoxiously large duffel bag out of the back of the car.
And then Cav says, "Good luck. Call me if you need anything."
Will do.
And the Rover pulls away. About this time is when Cipher shows up in his van.
I think I would realize I probably recognize Decay. And so I'm trying to yell at him, but the window's still up and the van is in autopilot mode. So I'm clearly not doing anything to drive it. I'm just sitting in it because me driving it is what got us lost and made us get delayed. So I just put it in autopilot. But eventually I realized the window's up. I put it down. I'm like, hey, Decay, do you remember me? Hey, Decay. And this is while the car is like pulling in, parking. I'm just yelling out the window at Decay.
You hear your grid guide say, "Destination reached."
Oh, okay. I call Vega back from the van. Like I'm not thinking I'm supposed to get out of the van and go in. I just want to get to the network now that I'm here.
So just be clear, DK turns to look at you, and then when you're like clearly still parking and getting on your comm link, he's just like, "Yup, this conversation is over. I'm going inside."
You call Vega back.
Yes.
They answer. Go for Vega.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Go inside. It's a meet.
What? In person? You usually don't do this.
Yeah, in person.
This
is not one of your cyber matrix jobs. This is a real in-person Shadowrun.
All right. I'm gonna set bug in first, and I crack the window, and a little tiny drone flies out.
Okay.
And then I will follow the drone with it kind of pinging like a map back to me to make sure, like telling me what it sees.
Blitz, Sniff, do you follow DK inside?
Yeah.
Sniff takes a drag of his cigarette and throws it on the ground, and stamps it out, follows them all in.
Okay. The bouncers look you guys over, run a weapon scanner over, or a MAD scanner over each of you really quickly, and then they wave you through. So you step into the Pink Pony Club. There are 3 stages in the Pink Pony Club. Off to the right-hand side, there's a long bar with 3 bartenders behind it. And then on the far right wall, there is a buffet line with lots of food, looks like. probably some sort of soy or krill substitution for, steak and imitation crab and all sorts of different vegetables. You realize that it's actually a strip club that you've stepped into. Most of the crowd is up around any of the three stages, but there's several booths in the back, and most of them are empty except for one where you see a elven man. He is a elf, has his hair kind of is purplish pink hair up into like a pompadour. Eyebrow piercing on the right side, some gold chains around his neck, and you see that his right hand, from about the elbow down, he's wearing kind of a vest with a button-up shirt underneath with the sleeves rolled up. His right hand is cybernetic, and it is a cybernetic hand and forearm with a flame pattern on it. And you understand now why they call him Jimmy Hot Hand, as he waves you over with the cybernetic hand.
So here's my question for you, Director.
Yes.
Does this guy look like the man who was being accosted in the opening cinematic?
He does not.
Okay. I approach Jimmy Hothand, and in Spirethial, I call him Melon, which is, of course, the Spirethial word for friend. But I say it sarcastically as I say, "Ah, Jimmy Hothand, my friend. I assume that this job is well paying, or else you would not have summoned me for this."
Yeah, it pays. Why don't you have a seat?
I will wait for everyone to arrive. I have a good idea of which Shadowrunners you have invited for this particular operation, and I will not be one who sits on the inside of the booth. And as I say that, I let Sniff go in past me.
He nods at you and says, "Mr. Hand," and sits down.
I turn to him and I say, "Ah, Sniff, I know your face."
Seen you around.
Oh, so you guys already know each other. Great. That's fantastic.
Jimmy, I think that there's a fair chance, given the fact that I've seen several Shadowrunners coming into this club. I already know the entire crew, which means your cut for getting us together should be considerably smaller than a normal operation.
Yeah, of course, sure. Listen,
I don't like the way you said that very dismissively, young man.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me tell you what I need first.
Blitz slides in next to Jimmy and kind of knocks into him a little bit and says, "Oh, sorry. You told me you were covering the 2-drink minimum for all of us. I just wanted to make sure that was right. Was that right?"
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yes, that's right. Go ahead. And he like waves down the waitress. And you see like on the table in front of him, there's like a plate full of like imitation crab legs. There's like a plate with like 2 baked potatoes on it with like all of the fixins. There's like a plate with a steak on it. And he's like has half of the steak eaten, and he's got 2 like empty drinks, empty glasses, and a third one that's full of some sort of like pink synthol. He's like, there should be one more. Where's the fourth guy?
I think if you look to where we just came from, you see Cipher standing in the middle of the room with his AR up, playing the racing game, waiting for a direction of where you guys went, but he got lost. He lost track of where he's supposed to go. I
haven't sat down, so I'm going to come over and guide Cipher in the way that one would guide an elderly grandparent.
I think when you've come over to me, he gets away the AR view, realizes he's in a strip club, and gets super uncomfortable, and is just like, "Oh, can I sit on the inside? I don't want to sit on the outside. It feels exposed. Can I be on the inside? Thank. I'm just gonna move to the inside."
Let's will move for him.
Ooh,
Never seen a rack before.
I could take that.
DK's going to sit down next to Sniff and just pull out a little bag of snacks and be like, "Would you like some chapelinas?"
Yeah, I said.
It's fried crickets.
Do they serve chicken nuggets here? Anyone know?
I don't think they've seen a chicken in Denver in about 40 years, young man.
Oh, I
Probably
don't.
before you were born.
Well, I don't come inside much. Well, ever actually. I just stay outside. Hey, is that real? And I start poking his arm. Oh,
So
it is.
you poke the cold metal of his arm. It's like, yeah, okay, all right. So now that you're all here, let's get down to the job, because this needs to be done quickly. So I have a courier that I need you to find. Pays 12 grand
Each?
total.
Hmm.
What do you think, I'm made of money?
So you're calling
can bring-
4 people who already know each other in the middle of the night to find someone at the last second. High intensity job, I'm thinking, if you're calling in myself and Blitz.
Listen, it's in the Barrens. I'll give you that, but it's not high intensity. You're going to find a guy.
I would like to make it clear that I don't know this guy, and she's like pointing at Cipher.
I look at Blitz and I say, he'll do something.
What's his name? Who we looking for? Like, I'm just ignoring all the negotiation. Just like, what are we doing?
And more importantly, does he want to be found?
Yeah. So he's one of my couriers. He should have been delivering a package for me. Usually he's very reliable.
All right.
So you're gonna take the job?
I signal to the waitress using club language to order 2 meads.
Okay.
While I ignore Jimmy Hothand, and then I turn back to him and I say, I'm talking renegotiating the price. You want us to split 4 ways, 12K? Last second job, high intensity. Sniff could do this job himself if this was above board.
That's not wrong.
You think something went wrong, which is why you're bringing muscle.
Can I just get a name so I can start, please?
Cipher. Relax.
You can see, like, I have the AR up, and it just has the blinking of waiting for name to be entered.
I'll find it.
You've got the data search, the matrix search,
I'm just waiting.
search bar ready. I'm gonna need a negotiation roll from Mr. Decay.
I was kind of hoping that Blitz was helping me on this one, because you may not know this, but Decay is fucking horrible at everything that isn't murder.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can be a group role. So you can take whoever has the best.
I honestly don't know that this was
Probably me.
though.
What is it?
So it'd be negotiation.
Okay. That's influence group, I think, right?
Yeah, it'd be an influence group role.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I have 1 of that with 4 charisma, whatever that gets me. Oh, you're better. Never mind.
Okay, 7 dice, 2 successes.
Okay. So Jimmy's going to roll against you.
Bring it on, Jimmy. Crushes it.
I don't know that he crushes
Okay.
it.
Did he? No?
Is that 1
you
success?
succeed. Yeah.
Alright.
I got what? So you have 1
On
success.
12 dice.
So Jimmy says, look, all right, you're right. It is normally this guy's very reliable. So something went wrong for sure. Now I don't know what that is, but all right, we'll make it 14K.
Hard to split 14 4 ways.
That's not my problem, DK.
We'll make it work.
I look at Blitz. I don't know if you've ever heard this term before, Savannah, but I give you a significant PC glance. That's where I go like this. And I'm thinking,
I can do math, DK.
okay. Blitz, I'm not asking you to do math. I'm asking if the math is adding up for you about this.
I think
You're
it's fine.
in, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
My glasses show tiny print 14,000 divided by 4, 3,500 evenly. Issue? Question mark.
I turn to look at Sniff.
Sounds like easy money.
You're in charge, boss.
Fantastic. Jimmy claps his hands together, but it's metallic sounding because he has a cybernetic hand. He's great. My courier's name is Ryan Mills. He also sometimes goes by Legs.
Is he like good at jumping or?
He's just fast. He was supposed to deliver a package to a specific coffin at Hex Court or Hex Coffin. Heather Gardens. He was supposed to deliver it to Heather Gardens. It's on the edge of the Barrens. It was supposed to be an easy pick up and deliver job. The client hasn't heard from him, and he's a few hours overdue. I can tell you where he was going, but after that, you got to figure it out yourselves.
I assume you're not actually after the courier. You're after the package they were carrying.
I mean, mostly, yeah. I just need this to be delivered. But if Ryan's still alive, he does good work. So, there could be a bonus in it if you bring him back alive.
I just wanted to make sure that we are all in clarity as to the objective here.
I mean, you have to take that up with Ryan, but I'm sure he'd be very happy to have his life saved.
I just stare blankly at Jimmy as if I don't care about that at all.
And Jimmy flicks a hand to the four of you, and you all get a ping in AR. Provided you have an image link that you can see it.
I like how everyone nods yes. I know because I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm wearing my New Year's Eve glasses instead.
Yes. So you get a ping of a address in the Shenandoah district of the Barrens. It's right near Cherry Creek State Park. It looks like the building that he was going to was a AWR data storage location.
Sniff looks at Cipher and says, "That sounds like your territory right off the bat."
I think he's probably mid searching on what's publicly available on this location, any activity that's come up in the area, and also just trying to figure out what AWR is.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a matrix search roll.
Analyze, maybe?
Yes, I believe that's analyze.
All right, so we said it would be 4. I'm not in Hot Sim. Or no. Hot Sim's only when you're in VR, right?
Yes, you would go unconscious, which,
I'm not
booth at a strip club is not a terrible place to go unconscious at.
It wouldn't be, except I don't believe Decay would carry me out, so. And it's analyze 5.
2 successes on 9 dice. Okay.
So you get I'll give you AWR is the acronym for Awakened World Research. That is a corporation that does specializes in magical research. Their location here in Denver has been mothballed and shut down after the Aurora Reservoir nuclear disaster that basically kind of created the Barrens. And there's matrix coverage out there is going to be really spotty. But that's basically the extent of what you're able to find with 2 successes.
I would share that with, or just start reciting it out loud. And I've had Carrot call it sharing, but it's almost like as I'm learning it, I just read it out loud. Not like an intentional sharing, just, yes, okay. AWR, da, 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 da.
Can I roll an area knowledge Denver?
Yeah, absolutely.
fill in some of that.
3 successes. Okay. Yeah, so you know that the Shenandoah area, or at least the area of Shenandoah that this place is in, is run by a gang called the Mambas, and it was like a back before uh, Crash 2.0. It was a like a tech development center and like data storage area. And so you know that they probably have like offline storage, archive stuff. So whatever he was pulling, I mean, you know, it's impossible to know what he was after here, but whatever it is, could be interesting.
Share that with them and say, well, that's Mamba territory. You might have.
What? The Mamba crew? Oh. Okay. Not good, but okay. I think I go to move to get out, realize I can't, and so I just slither under the table and then start walking to the van.
Decay is shaking his head and then pouring his 2 meads into a hip flask before following Cipher.
Oh, I have a van. I can drive it or drive. I usually let it drive.
We
itself.
know, Cipher. We saw you come in.
Oh, you did see me. I didn't think you saw me. Oh, okay.
I walk past him to go to his van.
Okay, I guess I'm going too.
So as you guys walk away, Jimmy starts eating again. He calls after you with a mouthful of food. He's like, all right, good luck. Call me when you're done.
I flip him off.
I call Bug back so I don't forget Bug. It's the name of my drone.
All right, so you all step back out into the parking lot, over to Cipher's Bulldog step van, and I'll pile in.
What's it look like, by the way? What's the van look like?
In on the outside, it's very nondescript, just like, you know, well, actually, it has the camo cloak, so we can change what it looks like. But right now, it's a van dressed to look like an F1 race car.
Nice.
And it's like you took a wallpaper to apply it to your Windows background and did stretch, so it does not look good. But that's what he did.
Well, it's got like whatever the Sixth World equivalent of like the Red Bull logo, but it's like stretched way out.
Absolutely.
And Blitz sees this and she like pauses, kind of contemplating whether or not it's worth getting in this van, like, and then gets in the back seat. Oh, and she opens her duffel bag and she goes, "Do you like? I'm gonna get dressed. Do you need a seat cover or can I just put the armor on?" Last guy I worked with, he had leather interior and he made me sit on the seat cover every time I put my armor on.
Oh, I don't think we need a cover. I mean, honestly, I just hide in my cocoon here. And you see that there's like a full rigging cocoon that he just he gets in and kind of zips it up or whatever it does. But noticing you didn't like the outside appearance, he changes it to, he just hits the random button. Whatever comes up next is kind of a new appeal for the outside of the van. But
no, I kind of liked it. It was a little postmodern.
But the van does have a significant number of upgrades. So I feel like from in the cocoon, you just hear Cipher yelling, "Yeah, so when we get closer, we can get some radars to get some maps. I can hack in. We got microphones, cameras, thermal, whatever. We can probably get a lot of information before we even get started. So we could, I don't know. Data's good, right? Yeah, I like data." And he's saying all this from inside the cocoon.
Blitz is ignoring you putting her armor on.
Then I tell the car to start heading towards. No, I wrote it down, but I changed tabs. Start heading towards the Shenandoah district.
So your grid guide basically puts in the directions to the edge of the UCAS sector. And it says, grid guide disabled at destination. Basically, it's telling you that it can't get you there because there is no grid guide in the Barrens.
Shoot. All right. And you just see me like slowly unzip a little bit, get hands on the steering wheel, open up the cocoon, get actual driving positioned. I should tell you the Mamba crew and I not friendly, not on the same page. I mean, I don't think any of us will be friendly with them, but they especially don't like me. They think I'm just a meddler, a do-gooder. You know, we have a history, especially Viper. Viper's not good. Avoid Viper. Well, actually, you know, DK, if you would take out Viper, that would solve a lot of my problems. That'd be nice.
DK has pulled out a little plastic bag filled with trail mix, and he offers Cipher some, and he says, "How much are you going to pay me to kill this Viper?"
Oh, I thought that we were friends, and you realize as you offer him food, he like forgets it's not an autopilot, and so he just turns and starts like eating while we're driving. I was like, "Oh, right, driving, yeah."
We're friends, but business is business. Killing this Viper individual doesn't seem like it's part of this particular. You just told me you wanted me to take him out.
Well, you know, take care of him. I didn't. You know,
describe to me how you would take care of someone without a permanent solution.
Oh, ask him to leave and not come back, or leave me alone. One of those two. That'd be nice.
Okay. I offer some trail mix behind me to Sniff and Blitz, and then I look at Blitz and I give her a significant PC glare.
She eats some trail mix. She says, "I'll kill him for free."
Oh, that'd be. Wait, kill again. Hold on. Sniff, do you kill too?
You made a new friend here today, Cipher. Isn't that nice?
I think you can
literally. I wouldn't go that far.
Cipher is literally conflicted on solving a problem that has harassed him for a long time, but then also killing.
You'd kill for a stranger, Blitz?
He's a ganger, isn't he?
Do we just kill gangers now? He says, having just killed a ganger.
He's
still covered in blood?
I was gonna say, whose blood?
No, he continuously is changing outfits. Now he's putting on his Urban Explorer's jumpsuit, which includes like a fucking, you know, like Call of Duty skull mask over the front.
Of course.
Because it's a fully gas sealed helmet with a sealed oxygen interior. So yeah, you
with the glasses on over top. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have your AR goggles, right? And he looks ridiculous, just to be clear. He's way too thin and way too tall to be pulling this off in any way, shape, or form.
This is what DK looked like the first time I met him. Scared me to death. Nearly peed my pants. I did pee my pants.
I'm a people person.
Me too.
I don't think either of those statements were true. She finishes like lacing up her boots.
You're right. I don't like meeting people in person.
Sniff is rubbing his eyes.
Whatever the equivalent of Slim Jims is, I open the dashboard and pull it out.
I mean, they're made of soy for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you get
soy gems.
Soy gems.
Yeah, soy gems. You get your as technology soy gems out of the dashboard. They're
definitely expired, but I offer them around, and I start eating one.
So I think as you guys drive through get to the edge of the Barrens, I'm going to need a probably like an we'll do infiltration roll from Cipher as you try and drive casually through gang territory.
Hey, help me out. Infiltration is what? I don't think that's anything I've put in.
So it would be a stealth skill. And if you don't have it, you default to. I would also accept drive or pilot ground vehicle for this.
Okay. I was gonna say the only stealth I have is a complex form. Which probably
I'll let you default to your drive skill instead of defaulting to reaction. Okay, so you drive casual, but not too casual. With four hits there. So you, as you're driving, the random wrap that you put on your car was a delivery vehicle wrap. So it just so happens that nobody fucks with you as you drive through the barrens. So you see the neighborhoods get progressively worse and worse and worse. You see, homeless people on the streets. The streetlights here blink intermittently or have no power at all. There are, 55-gallon barrels that have fires in them that people are huddled around for warmth. You see there are a few houses here and there, or maybe rundown buildings that have power. Like you drive past as you enter the Shenandoah district, you drive past a stuffer shack that looks like it is still operating, which is kind of not strange, but it's interesting that they have power out here. But you are right next to the cast sector, so they could be splicing into it somehow. But most of the buildings that look like they're functional have groups of people outside them, typically wearing gang colors. And Cipher, you know that the Mambas are black and green. But you are able to work your way down some side streets, avoiding the main Mambas hangouts that you know, and you arrive outside the AWR building. It is a medium-sized 2-story building, kind of cylindrical glass entrance with one of those, spinning glass doors that's all shattered out. And you see the big block letters of AWR on the side of it.
Is there a lot or something nearby that is not guarded that we could just pull over for a minute? And
yeah, there's tons of abandoned parking lots.
I'd say this is it. Give me a minute just to get some visuals, and I crack the window, send Bug out.
Okay.
I know the matrix is sparse, but can drones still operate on their own or no?
Yes, yeah, the drone would still be able to operate on its own, and you still have matrix signal. You would just take some noise penalties if you needed to do anything in it.
Okay, I basically just want it to fly around, get some visuals with its camera, whether it be thermographic low light or vision magnification, and just get a count. How many people are outside? What can we see? How many people are just inside doors with thermal?
Sure.
General situation.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. So 4 successes. All right. So the building itself.
I haven't rolled yet. That was the previous thing.
Oh, sorry. I got
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Still not bad. So you fly your little drone around the building, switching through various vision modes, low light vision, thermographic, whatever it's equipped with. You see that this building basically looks mostly abandoned. There does not seem to be any heat signatures coming from any of the windows or doors that you can see through. You do, however, catch the tracks in the snow of footprints going in the front door and then coming back out the front door.
Well, interesting.
They take off down the street.
Seems like no one is here presently. There was someone, but they left, and they went in that direction. I don't know if we should stay here and investigate this place or just follow the footprints. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Are you sure it's the same person in and out?
I send Bug back out to zoom in on the footprints to see if they look like the same prints.
Enhance.
Basically.
Quadrant 2, enhance.
It looks like the same boot pattern or the same shoe pattern.
I'm going to turn to look at our expert in tracking people and say, what do you want to do? But when I say it, it's coming through the voice modulator on my helmet. So again, it sounds like an evil robot man with a slightly Irish accent.
Sniff sniffs and takes a breath. Well, it's possible that the package got left inside. Do we have any? There were signs of a scuffle outside. Is that what we saw? Or
Just tracks going in and out, and then the ones coming back out go like down the street, kind of northwest.
well, if that's our guy and this is the location, it's worth maybe a gander inside real quick.
Okay.
Before we
Decay
take
immediately hops out and takes off one of his gloves and holds a hand weirdly out in front of it. And Spoon, I'm going to start using that other power in active mode rather than in passive mode.
Okay.
I'd like to also cast Detect Life at this point.
Okay. So go ahead. DK, give me a perception roll.
I believe that it is perception with my magic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then Sniff, go ahead and cast your spell.
Add my mentor modifier to this because it is a detection spell.
Sure. Yeah. What's your force?
Good question. Force will be my max magic, right? So 5.
All right. Yeah. And so I believe that means the area for this is actually pretty big as well.
It's not small.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, it is. Bummer.
2 successes on 9 dice.
Okay.
Got to roll my drain
Yeah,
resistance.
the drain's going to be enormous with you throwing that many dice, man.
That's good. I resist both, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So you tank the drain. Don't take any no stun damage.
5 hits on the Detect Life. So.
Okay. So you obviously get the signs of life that are around you. And then your mystical senses extend and like in almost like a radar bubble kind of way. You pick up animals. There's like a nest of what look like devil rats in the house across in the building next door to the AWR building. But there don't seem to be any life signs that would be like metahuman sized in the area of your spell. I think. Let me double check how big that would be. With 2 on your magical perception decay, you also return back. The building seems empty.
So I can see everything within 50 meters that isn't behind a glass barrier. So I can't see the people.
A glass barrier. Okay.
Yes, I can't see anybody in the car, and I can't see anything that's directly behind a window. But as long as this sound wave can bounce there.
Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, you get like a full like TOF level like map of this building. It's 2 stories. The first story is there's a large atrium lobby area, and then some offices behind that. Upstairs is some conference areas, and then some larger, might have been more luxury offices. And then I think you get stairs, but there's a door at the bottom of them that is closed that your sonar bounces off of.
Is there anything that my mind sorts through and is like, this is an object of importance? Is there anything in this black and white world that has a red or a gold outline around it to let me know that this object is significant to the future of this quest?
The footsteps in the snow.
Okay.
Would be
the ones leading away from the building.
Yes, the ones leading away from the building.
And there's the basement door. And now, like, my mind is focusing on the door and slowly zooming in. The camera frame is, like, slowly cropping.
Yeah, Sniff is probably starting to walk over towards those footprints, examine them, and follow them towards their destination.
I turn towards Sniff, and without explaining how I know this, I say, "There's a basement door. It's not been opened recently. The rest of the building's empty. No one's hiding inside. What do you have?"
Nothing bigger than a devil rat nearby. Ghost is basically clear.
I think Cipher is internally feeling challenged that you guys pulled more information than him. He's like, damn barons with no goddamn internet.
Sniff would also use his astral perception at this point, right?
Okay.
Not going into projection, but just activate the astral sight.
Okay.
And just look at-
Yeah, do you want to make a sensing roll?
Yeah.
I just want to say, Sniff, that when you're sensing Decay, he looks like a regular, normal metahuman. He doesn't look like a magic user.
The world goes pretty gray otherwise.
Yeah, so you go into the astral, you activate your third eye, your astral sight, and you see, looking at this building, you know, it turns into this large kind of grayish blob as you activate your astral sight. There's, you know, some bright signs of life in that there are plants growing in some of the cracks in the concrete outside, and you know, there's some like creeper vines that have worked their way up the side of the building. You know, little bright lights of insects flying past. The general aura that you get here, you know, it looks fairly abandoned. There's really, really old emotional ties that, you know, you don't get too much of a sense off of, that probably from when the building was operational years and years ago. But you get a faint sense of emotion of nervous, excited from the, basically, as you focus on like the tracks as they move off to the northwest.
Whatever was happening when this person was leaving the building, they were nervous, they were scared. So
Okay. DK starts like jogging at a pretty good pace, following the tracks. Just
Okay.
takes off like a Terminator machine.
He's just gonna roll her eyes and take off after him.
He's gonna stuff a glove back on and switch back into passive for his ultrasound.
Sniff is not running. Sniff will stroll.
Cipher's wondering why everyone's running and just drives the van in that direction.
So the van slowly creeps
Yeah,
along.
super slow. I definitely want to be last.
Sniff. Yeah. So DK, you get to the next intersection where the prints in the snow turn to the right, and you see over top of them is the tracks of a vehicle. It seems like a car, like tire tracks through the snow that basically center over the footprints.
I'm gonna go around the corner by sliding in the snow so that when I arrive, I'm facing the correct direction. But I look super fucking menacing coming around the corner. Just to see if there's a car there, or there's, you know, Ryan Mills lying in the snow dead or something like that. You know, I just want to be fully squared up and ready as I go around this corner.
Sure. So you slide around the corner, coming to a stop in the snow.
No. I didn't say I came to a stop. I absolutely don't.
You're gonna
I'm
keep
still
running?
moving as soon as I baseball slide, and then I'm moving forward still immediately.
So DK disappears around the corner. You can still hear his boots hitting the pavement through the snow. They're muffled a little bit.
Let's continue following him.
Yeah.
She's trying to catch up.
Sniff says to Cipher, you seem to know him better. Is he always like this?
As long as he gets paid. If he doesn't get paid, we probably don't want to drive him back because he'll just be killing everyone.
I can appreciate it.
I'm also I don't want to get out of my van. I'm staying here. This is safe.
Are there sideboards on the van? Can Sniff like at that point step up onto it? And
It's going to deploy like a tactical police officer from an SUV.
I'm kind of constantly scanning for any type of like matrix network to connect to in the area, just if anything pops up at all. Not necessarily to help with the mission, but like starting to feel very detached and uneasy being this far away.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm also sustaining the detect life.
Detect life. Okay. Yeah, so you pick up as you roll down the street, you do pick up a couple life forms, but with your previous hits, they are not your target. They are a couple of like a handful of what seems like homeless folks holed up in one of these houses.
As long as Decay doesn't like focus in on them, he'll ignore them.
Yeah. So as you guys turn the corner, you see Decay has gone forward ahead to where there is looks like a large like splash in the snow where perhaps a body hit the pavement and skidded a little ways. And there is some splashes of what look like blood in the snow. And I think that also probably picks up from your spell as well, as you can detect it because it's detect life. So technically,
how old would it be in that scenario then? Like, does it
this would probably be a few hours old.
getting warmer?
Yeah, and it definitely looks like there was a scuffle in the street. It looks like whoever these footsteps were definitely got hit by a car, and then picked up and either dragged away or carried away because the footsteps stop after this, but the tire tracks continue.
I'm going to kneel down to take all this in and then turn to look to Blitz through my horrifying goggles over top of my skull mask.
Well, the car went that way, so
I'm getting in the van.
Okay, I get in the van.
let's all get in the van.
I'm glad we're all back together, and I start driving back down the tracks.
Go ahead and give me a perception test to try and follow these.
What did we say that was before? Oh, like a non-VR. I keep thinking my VR stats.
Yeah, no. Just regular perception.
Straight up perception.
Okay. 2. That is enough to meet the threshold. So you are able to follow these tracks. They kind of go back the way that you came. And you see that you turn the corner and in the distance you see the lights of the stuffer shack that you passed. And there's a pair of cars in the parking lot. And these tracks lead into the parking lot where you can see there is a Ford AmeriCar and a Hermes like Astro van.
So even though the tracks lead there, I'm going to make it seem like we're driving by there, and I'm going to crack the window and stick Bug out again and tell it to go scout out those two cars while verbally saying, I think those two right there are our target. I'm just gonna have Bug go check it out first before you get out of the car. DK, I prefer, I'll stop the car when you want to get out, rather than you getting out while we're moving, but just trying to remain stealthy, and I change the car to be white so it blends into snow.
Okay.
Do I get a count or a layout of where people are?
As the car pulls in, or drives by, basically your detect life detects 4 metahuman life signs coming from this stuffer shack. One of them, with your 5 hits, is Ryan Mills.
All right, we got Ryan and 3 others inside. And I would give directions to Cipher for wherever would be a good place for Bug to go take a quick peek.
Now hold on here. This map assumes I'm getting out of the van.
This is just because of the information that you have is pretty good. And so you basically get the locations of these are the life signs. This one back here. Can you guys see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
This one back in one of these, what look like, I mean, you don't know that they're storms, but that one is Ryan Mills.
Okay.
Well, between what Bug has captured between the cameras, it has one of the radars. I can't remember which one. I create an image link for those with image link. I don't know if DK's helmet has that or not, but I kind of give a little map of where people are and put them as dots. And then I just kind of like clasp my hands like my part's done. I'm just gonna stay right here. I'll update you, but I'm not getting out.
I look at Cipher and say, which one of these is Viper?
Is there information I can tell if Viper's here?
You can. So did you take your drone inside?
It can't see through the front windows of the giant glass stuffer shack.
Yeah, it can't. Neither of these two are Viper.
It does have vision mag. Whatever that's right.
Yeah, so like you look through like the front doors here. Neither of the two that you can see are Viper. You see this is a human man, dressed in like street clothes. He does have like a green shirt on. And then this is a orc woman who is wearing like a black bandana around her head. And they look like they're like perusing the shelves. And that's what you see if you don't take the drone inside.
Do they have Mamba tattoos?
Their forearms are covered currently.
Okay.
You see tags appear on your image link that say Greenie and Bad Bitch Wannabe. It's a very long name on a very small screen.
I turn to Sniff and Blitz in the back seat and I say, because I don't know that Sniff has told us he knows where Ryan is, and I say, what's the plan? Do we know where the target is?
Yeah, I would mark them on the map that Cipher has provided. Call out which one is Ryan explicitly.
Now I'll make Ryan's dot green and the other three red. And I'll just put question marks next to the third one that we have no info on.
And looking at the map, if we can get around to that loading dock area, looks like a good place to go.
I look at Blitz then and I say, my initial thought is that we allow these sojourners to travel to the loading dock. We go in through the front door. I'll pretend to be drunk looking for a bathroom and you keep everyone distracted. I'll destroy the door, grab Ryan, get out to the loading dock.
Sounds good to me.
Is there any type of network connection controlling anything to this place, or is it like completely offline?
You do, now that you've checked them, like if you check the matrix here, there is a host here. It is the host for an As Technology Stuffer Shack.
I'm in the process of taking my helmet armor off. I'm stripping out of my jumpsuit. I've got my 2076 glasses on. I've got my Telestrian ball cap on. I'm wearing just a t-shirt for an airlines and like long pants, and I'm just wobbling around. I pour some of my mead on me and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so drunk right now. Oh, my granddaughter we have to go inside. I'm just not feeling well. Oh, and I'm like pretending that I'm really wasted.
Keep
Like
selling.
I'm a total out of towner in this get up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I guess we're going, and then you suddenly just see Cipher go slack, and he enters VR in his cocoon. and he's trying to just access the node to see what's there. So like, are there door locks, window locks? Can I
Sure.
try to see, like, just confirming, are these, seeing these three in the matrix, and then potentially trying to get one of their IDs, preferably the one that we can't see.
Okay. So you log on, and you subscribe to this node, and like in the matrix, you see that it's this like little like Adobe building that says there's like, you know, neon lights on the side of it that are kind of out of place, that it says, as technology, we sacrifice for you. And there's, you know, it looks like basically like a southwestern style like ranch house essentially in the matrix.
Start mumbling, well, that's not right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I mean, every place is shaped to look however
Yeah.
it wants. This was the what the node looked like when it shut down.
And it just, it's more of it in Cipher's, like, everything must be precise. This is out. This is wrong. This is out of place. Wrong choice.
So as a public user, you don't have access to any of the like security things you would have. You know, you see the AR, or you see pop-ups for menus, you see pop-ups for like what they're selling, all with like you know, the new yen price listed next to it.
So I think I would then try to exploit, I think is what I'm trying to do then, to become a security user.
It should be like cracking or just straight up hacking, because you're trying to basically create a user ID for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so should be a hacking role.
But it's using one of the complex forms. I just don't know which one. I think it's exploit.
Yes, I believe it would be exploit. Let me double check.
I'm assuming it is, because that's one of the few I gave rank 5 to. And I think a security level clearance is a -3 penalty. So just to explain what I'm about to roll out loud, just so we're all same page, it's my it's my skill of 4 +2 for hot sim for Technomancer +5 level complex skill -3 for security.
Okay.
Oh boy, these
3
ones are
successes.
flirting with me.
Yeah. Okay. So you are able to hack yourself a security access ID. Would you like to log on with that?
I would.
Okay. I'm going to roll the node's firewall to see if it detects your.
So you need me to roll my stealth?
Yes, I need you to roll your stealth.
I actually think it's the same thing without the -3. 4 +2 +5. Yes.
Okay. You are able to access the system without the firewall noticing you're there.
My avatar is going the excellent fingering right now.
What does your Matrix avatar look like?
An F1 racer with 0 decals and logos, like as nondescript as possible, and a giant helmet, like from Big Head mode in GoldenEye.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you are in the system. You see there are security doors here, 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 here,
Jeez.
and then here, and they're all locked. And this is actually like a glass paned door.
I paint that on everyone's image link. I don't know what a good icon for a door is. I guess I would just make a tiny little frame door, and I'd put a key next to it, showing that I can lock it and unlock it. At some point, we would have hopefully covered what my little icons mean to everyone. Otherwise, it's just mass confusion.
In my comlink, I whisper to you, the door in the northeast. Get it open.
Open.
I don't think you could just say
no,
open. I
no,
think
no,
you have
no.
to roll dice.
That's more Cipher. Sorry, that's more Cipher. Just like he hears commands, he just repeats it. That's what. That's a shtick. So I think that would be another exploit roll.
I think it would be a command roll.
Okay. So then instead of 5, it would be 3. Do I add anything for having the security code, or is it just you have the security code? It's no more penalty.
You have the security code as no more penalty.
Got it. Damn. I'll take that.
Okay.
Door is open.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm whispering.
And Sniff's going to try to go back around towards that loading dock area. Speaking of, he will at this point drop detect life.
Okay.
I feel like we have a good feel for where they are, and he's going to say to the rest of you that, well, you'll see me again in a few. And don't miss me too much. And he's going to cast improved invisibility at that point.
Okay, let me just check for camera. Wait, where'd you go?
I will stop prepping the roll I was about to make.
Okay, so Sniff is invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, Blitz says, "Look, I can do that too," and tap something on our armor and goes invisible as well.
That's so cool because I can still see both of you.
Me too, I say in the Matrix.
Is this the point where Blitz and I go through the front door, although she's invisible, and now I sound like a fucking lunatic going, "My granddaughter's there. I just need to go to the back. Granddaughter?"
I think it actually probably helps the All right, so I'm gonna put some people on the map here.
I did take 1 point of drain for this one. It looks like.
Okay, so that's one stun.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's such a good icon. Sniffs. I love that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay.
Works out well.
Sniff, you're able to basically get right up to this door. It's like a loading dock door, the kind of corrugated metal roll-up door. It is currently down, and it looks like there is a very large, heavy padlock.
I have a auto picker.
Okay.
Is that a
Cool.
thing?
Yeah.
And I
Can you? I think this would probably be how it works. I probably don't know you going invisible. Do you want? Can you hear me? Do you want the door open?
Yeah,
Are you there?
Get this open? You can get this open?
Oh, I could try.
Yeah, if Cipher can pop that padlock, go ahead.
4 + 2 + 3.
It's going to be quieter than me jimmying around with it. Yeah.
3 on
3
9.
successes.
What an average roll.
So Sniff, you hear a ka-chunk of disengaging locks, but the padlock is still on the outside of the door. This is
Physically, okay.
double security here.
All right. I will go for that auto picker, I suppose.
All right. Let's see.
Rolls a. It's got a rating. Where is it? Rating 2. So it adds 2 to whatever my lock picking would be, which I have the active skill of locksmith 1. So it adds 2 to that. So I'll roll that +2. If I understand how this works.
Everything sounds good so far.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 success.
Okay.
It takes you a few seconds, and like you're raking the pick across and then you hear it click and it pulls down in your hands. Decay, Blitz, you guys walk in the front.
Hold on, is Blitz still invisible?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just like, my granddaughter is right by. What the fuck? Oh. And I just start heading towards the door in the northeast, making it clear that I'm about to go vomit somewhere and I need to get to a toilet.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
I
you
need
head up
Cipher
this
to
way.
open the door for me before I get in there. Yes.
As you cross this, in front of like this glass pane door, you see there is a dwarf inside, sitting in like a chair at like seems like some sort of terminal or office. And then, Blitz, are you following?
Mhm.
Okay.
I've got like Pearl out. I'm waiting for someone to like turn and look so I can open fire. But I mean, if we can get in and out without anyone seeing, that'd be great too.
Okay. So as you pass in front of this window, the other two start to move towards you. Like, and go ahead and make me perception checks, both of you. Don't audio. So if you have like earbuds with audio enhancements, splits, you'll add 3.
Is there any chance that there's a motion sensor in this store? Like the one used to open the doors automatically?
Yes.
Then I
there are motion
automatically
sensors.
succeed at anything that would be visible to the ultrasound.
Okay. So you see these 2 people moving towards you.
Okay. But I'm not looking at them physically.
Yes.
I'm moving away from them. Like, oh.
I still need you to make me an audio perception check.
Okay.
I can't figure out where I'm clicking.
So it'd be your skills. It'd be active skills. Should be perception.
Okay.
And then give yourself a plus 3.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Because you have your earbuds in.
Yeah. Not to sound like a boomer, but do I put the plus and then 3 or just 3?
You need to turn modifiers on and then
Yeah, they are on.
Don't do +3, just do 3. If you do +3, it'll subtract 3.
Oh.
Based on the way the math works on Roll20.
This is my first time using Roll20.
Indeed, which is why I've warned you. Okay. None. I have 1 success.
I
That
got
was
2 successes.
miserable. I needed my earphones to get through this.
So Blitz, you hear a voice, one of these 2, you're not sure which one, but they say, looks like we gotta take her. Cut them off from the doors. And you hear these 2 moving past the shelves, and then as like you guys move past here, you see the orc woman is visible down the aisle here.
Your image link shows bad bitch wannabe moving towards you.
Yeah, and like she's got like a text file above her head that says "bad bitch wannabe."
Now, just to be clear, I don't have my image link glasses on, so I don't see any of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's nice.
Blitz is going to put herself between the orc and where Decay is heading, and she's going to raise Pearl.
Okay.
Just kind of waiting to see if Decay is going to drop the act or if we're just going to wait this one out.
No one's paying me to kill these people, so I continue to stumble away, trusting that Blitz will distract them, which is what I asked her to do.
Yep.
Instead, it sounds like she's going to bushwhack and murder them, but that's fine.
Yeah. So they do not see you, Blitz. They are going to continue moving.
I'm going to continue moving as well.
Sniff, you pop this door open in the back.
Yep.
And you come into and like push yourself up the ledge because it's kind of it's a loading dock basically. And you find yourself in the back room of a stuffer shack. There are these shelves everywhere here with boxes, cardboard boxes. Looks like most of them have been opened. And there are like wrappers and stuff on the floor back here, empty bottles. And it looks like 3 like sleeping bags back here.
Okay. Can I do a perception test to see if there's anything that looks like maybe the package that this Ryan might have had or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Visual on this.
Whoa. Why are you so good at rolling, Ludemann? This is ridiculous.
Taking it.
This is
All
wild.
night.
Yeah, that's wild.
I have to crawl across with one success.
That's pretty good.
You don't see anything that looks like the package back here.
Okay.
But you do find 10 hits of bliss, and then like a couple boxes of like soy Ritos in their like plastic packaging, and then like a couple 6-packs of synthahol.
Noted.
May I see if there are security cameras that may have been recording when they first arrived to see
Sure.
if there was a package where it may have ended up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll eventually make my way to that other door.
Analyze, maybe? It's kind of like perception, I guess.
Yeah, because you're basically like you're looking for like you're looking for the previous footage, so you're like going through their camera database.
Yes. So skill 4, complex form 5, mod 2. God, every time I get so many ones, right on the edge of glitching.
Yeah, if you're extremely lucky, you hadn't taken good ones, you would have glitched several times tonight already. So with 4 successes, yeah, you are able to, you put in like some search parameters for the video and go through, and it starts like scrolling through the several hours of video prior to this. We'll get to your successes here in a second.
That's good.
So Decay, you keep moving. The orc starts closing in.
Blitz is still tailing Decay, but keeping herself between them.
Okay.
Sniff is heading towards Ryan's.
So like
room.
they're basically like heading towards where Mills is. Okay. So the orc woman calls out to Decay and says, you look like you're in pretty bad shape here. Come on over here and let me help you.
I'm going to turn and activate my killing hands. I'm going to hold the elemental strike that I have simmering. I'm not going to let those chainsaw sound come out. I'm going to stop putting my hands behind my back like I'm an old man. And in Sperethiel, I say, "Thank you so much, young lady. I have so many troubles. I am... do you speak the language of the old ones, the pure ones?"
She says, "What?"
And I'm gonna, move myself towards her and reach out with a hand to steady myself on her shoulder.
So as you come towards her, like you see a knife appears in her hand.
That's cool. A knife appears in my hand as well, except it's a sound chainsaw.
So let's go ahead and we'll roll initiative here. Let me get the turn tracker up.
I really have to hope Blitz absolutely murders the other guy, because I'm not sure I can beat an orc in hand-to-hand combat right now. I'm not wearing any armor, just to be clear, as part of this deception.
You didn't give me a chance to enact my distraction.
Okay.
Your distraction of murdering everyone.
Yes.
All right. So initiative pass 1. DK, you're up first with 16.
Okay. I am going to let the chainsaw hands out, and I'm going into... So I've already been like, oh, I'm an old man, I'm really drunk. I transition out into a perfect Dempsey roll where I'm just like, hands come up and just like figure 8 infinity symbols swaying back and forth, just punching her in the jaw over and over again with, again, punches that treat her as if she's not wearing any armor. Just go right through her skin and shock her entire body down to the bones.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, she does still get her body as
yes, I know, but she doesn't get any armor. And again, I want to make it clear, I punched her in the head.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your
Yeah, I'm
unarmed
throwing
attack roll.
edge on this.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Make sure you got your
I have got it clicked. So I don't think I get any modifiers to this. I only get the modifiers to damage. There's a lot of dice there, and there's some rerolling. That's
there is
6
a lot of
successes.
dice, yeah. Nice.
On
That's pretty
14
good.
dice with 5 rerolls.
Okay. So you have 4 net hits. Go ahead and roll what's your damage on that?
My damage is 4 plus 4 plus 4 again is 12 points of damage.
Okay. And they just get straight up body to resist.
Okay, so that's 11 points of damage.
Okay. Yep.
That would kill me, I think, if I hit
Yes.
myself like that.
And it also, so you go to punch, like your first punch connects, like shatters her jaw. The second punch connects and her head just like twists the other way violently, and you hear like a snapping sound as you kill this woman.
I keep punching for the rest of my initiative pass, though, just to be clear. Like, this is a brutal execution. She was like, "Hey, Grandpa, come over here. I want to knife you."
Yeah.
I feel absolutely no remorse at removing this person from society.
All right.
Cipher feels bad watching a Matrix avatar disappear.
Sniff.
Hold on. When you die, your Matrix avatar doesn't just your comms device doesn't magically know that you die.
Correct. Yeah, the comm link is still on. All right, Sniff, you are up.
I am up. So I'm going to head towards that door up to my northeast here and head towards Ryan. Is that locked?
Yes, this door is locked.
Okay. So I will come Cipher and say, "Hey, I got a door in my way."
All right, so you hold
Yeah.
for the rest of the turn, or for the rest of the pass. Cipher, you are up.
What did we agree unlocking doors was? Exploit again?
Would be command, because you're already in the system. You're sending a command to this.
I feel like I should have put more points in command. I thought that was just for drones.
Okay,
never mind. You know what?
Yeah, it's not difficult, right? Because you already have access. So your threshold, you're basically looking for 1 success, I think.
I super unlocked that door.
Yeah. So you send the command.
I'm so good at unlocking doors. It's open, Sniff. It's open.
Roll me stealth as well.
Stealth actually gets 2 more. 4, 2. Yeah, baby.
Okay. Blitz, you are up.
Mm-hmm. Blitz raises Pearl at the other guy, and she is gonna focus fire on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 10 bullets.
Okay. So full auto long burst.
Yep. And on her comm link, there's this old song that starts playing. It's "Wouldn't It Be Nice" by the Beach Boys.
Okay, so he needs to dodge. Okay, so 3 net hits. And you're doing increased damage with your full auto burst?
Yeah, I didn't know if there was a modifier or not when I rolled.
Not with this one, because it's your first shots, so you have enough recoil control to do the full burst without any bad things happening. Okay, so Blitz brings her shotgun up, and there's a very loud burst of automatic shotgun fire, and because that's +9. Yeah, this dude gets mulched by a shotgun. And this dude basically comes apart, because I think you do, let's see, 10 plus, so you do 19 points of damage. Well, actually, sorry, I do need to resist. Not that I think it's going to help him. Yeah, so you do 7 16 points of damage to this dude and absolutely mulch him.
Sniff, I'm glad we're doing this so stealthily. We might not even have to kill anyone.
I tried to do it stealthily, guys. I did.
So he's just dead. She's dead.
Sure is getting loud in there.
Yeah.
I
so
can't.
now
I don't know
it's-
if I can hear it.
There's
The
absolutely
vent in my
no
cocoon.
way you don't hear a fully automatic shotgun going off in any
Yeah.
closed space.
Okay, that's
It
fine.
is.
Inside the buzzsaws.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. This dude's just gonna move back into the corner. All right. Decay, you're up.
I'm gonna say to Blitz, no witnesses. I'm gonna ask you a question, Spoon.
Yes.
Is this fast food grocery store built American style out of like internally like plywood and shit?
I would say yes. Probably like the internal walls and like the shelves are made of very cheap material.
I'm just gonna Terminator run and then put both of my hands out in front of me and go through the wall.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like just carve a hole in the wall for myself while I burst through it.
So go ahead and give me a
Unarmed attack.
unarmed attack roll, just for your damage value.
Okay. I will not use edge this time
Which wall are you going through?
so that +4 plus another 4 for boxing and such, and then another 2. So that's 10 total. Yeah, I'm going through this wall right here. I'm just bursting through it like an Overwatch cinematic.
Okay, and so how much damage was it total?
10.
Okay. Yeah.
An unarmored
So you-
plywood wall.
Yep. It does still get its structure rating, which you have to do damage. I believe it's equal to its structure rating to completely destroy it. But yeah, you are able to you just bust right through it.
On my comlink, I say, Cipher, I need the next door. And then I turn because I see Sniff coming through the other door, and I go, you're supposed to be waiting outside.
What door did you just? There's not a door there. What
Open Ryan's door.
did you? What?
And then I pass the rest of my turn.
It like doesn't compute that you went through a wall to Cipher.
I feel like you just watched me do it on the internal security camera or the
That's true. I do. The
phone.
camera's going too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you watched him absolutely like just break this woman's neck with his fists as he punched her, and then you watched Blitz mulch the other one with her shotgun, and then you watched as Decay ran through the wall.
I feel
All right.
My commands, my not commands, my communications now sound like dejected, like sad.
So that was pass 2.
Yes.
Sniff, do you have a second pass?
I do not.
Okay. But I also assume you would have stepped through
Yeah.
because you held your action. So at the end of pass 1, was there anything you wanted to do after stepping through?
I was just going to proceed towards the door. Ryan's door is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that you have enough movement to quite get there this pass, but next turn. And then you watch as DK
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man's through the. Cipher, do you have a second pass? I think you have 3 in the Matrix, right?
As long as I'm in VR, I have 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use the successes of the footage to identify where the package is, just in case Mumbo
Yes.
Jumbo over here has it?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. So, all right. So you have scrolled through this packet, this footage, and you see, like, there are a couple obvious Mamba gangers hanging out here, different than Wannabe and Greenie, and whoever the question mark guy is. And you see they're hanging out. Then you see the trio that are here arrive. One of them has like a satchel over their shoulder. And they also hang out with the other 2. Then a third party arrives. It's a taller man. He has snakes on both forearms and a leather biker cut, basically. And he comes in with 4 dudes in Mamba colors, takes the satchel and leaves again. with the other two that were here originally, leaving just these three and Ryan. Oh, and you also see them bring Ryan in and like throw him in a back room. He looks pretty beat up, unconscious.
Mm.
And I guess I imagine that probably took like a whole activation. So I'll like just quick action, communicate. Packages in here, left with Mamba leader. Ryan is still in the back room. He's hurt. Now, my third pass, I'll try to unlock that door.
Okay. So Blitz, second pass.
I just want to clarify. So this guy who's up in this corner here, this is a ganger.
This guy? Yes,
Yes.
this is a ganger.
Okay.
You saw him as you walked past this. This is like a glass door, like a glass security door. You saw he was a dwarf. He looked like he was sitting behind some sort of desk.
Mhm.
When you walked past. But yeah, he's in like whatever this is like, it looked like there's some sort of office.
Blitz is going to head his way, and it's just a glass door.
It is some sort of transparent material.
And Cipher just used all of his passes.
No, Cipher, there's still one more pass where he can work on unlocking it.
Okay, she's going to say Cipher door and wait.
He's like conflicted because he has 2 door requests with 1 pass left. He's like, who am I more scared of?
With enough successes, you can get them both with 1 command check.
Oh, that'll be nice. Please hold while I access doors.
So he's gonna go.
Look, I'll say this. You know that I can get through that door if I really have to.
But glass can't be gotten through by bullets.
I can't see through it with ultrasound, okay? If Blitz is shooting the door with bullets, she's not shooting the dwarf with bullets.
That's true.
Okay.
With enough successes, anything is possible.
She's just being polite. Open the door. Or I'll shoot the door.
Be friendly.
Yeah, so you see the dwarf is like crouched over in the corner, and he has some goggles on, and he looks like he's like typing in midair, like on AR.
Help me. Help me. I need a
SOS.
Shadowrunner team at my location immediately, paying 12,000 new yen.
Third pass, Decay.
I mean, is this door fucking open or not?
You heard the
Cipher doesn't have an
click of a
initiative
lock.
pass, does he? You
He
say
does. So he used his previous one to unlock it, I believe, right?
My first pass, I unlocked this door. My second pass, identified where the package is, and now I have
okay.
requests for 2 other doors in my third.
Yeah. So yes. Okay. So
I'm just a doorman.
he has not unlocked it yet. No.
Okay. I'm going through the door.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going through the wall next to the door.
Okay.
It's probably
Amen.
easier than going through the door.
Okay. Go
Just
ahead.
don't go one more over. You go right into our boy.
I'm using Edge because I don't know what you're going to say about this door, but I'm Leroy Jenkinson and I'm not
Jesus. Oh, that's a lot of
DK hits a
ones.
power cable.
Not enough though. All right, 7 successes. Okay.
Pretty good.
So yeah, you carve your way through this wall, narrowly avoiding one of the water lines, as this is a bathroom. As you step into it, like you step over the ceramic remains of like a urinal that you have like sliced in half. And
Good thing I
in the
don't have to physically touch it. The sound waves push it away from me.
Toilet hands.
In the corner, crumpled up, you see a human man, early 30s probably, maybe like late 20s, in a lined coat. He's got a band t-shirt on underneath of it. It's for a band called Concrete Dreams. Wearing some like black denim jeans, and he's got like some sneakers on. He looks unconscious.
I'm gonna take a quick check over on him to see if he's got the chip on him. I'm guessing there's no obvious chip real quick.
There's
But
not. You once him over. There's the satchel is gone.
I mean, I'm using the ultrasound's sound power, and there's a clear line behind me for that sound to travel. To just check over the texture. Oh, this sounds so weird to say, but it says when you're using the ultrasound power, you can sense the texture of exterior objects. So I'm just checking to make sure there's no chip-sized object on the outside of his body as I'm throwing him over my shoulder and then turning towards Sniff and walking out of the building as far as I can go in one pass.
So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Sniff, you see Decay cut through the wall again and then step back out, moving exceptionally fast with Ryan Mills, or a man you assume to be Ryan. Well, actually, you know, because you had Detect Life up. This is Ryan Mills. He's over laying on DK's shoulder. He is unconscious.
So Sniff says out loud to Decay, "Coast is clear behind me," and steps back into the room to reconfirm that.
So that's third pass Cipher.
I will attempt to unlock all the doors at this point, I guess. Mainly this one, but I think there's only like 2 left. So command is +3 instead of 5. Jeez, that's Christmas.
Heyo.
Okay.
Door is open, Blitz. Yeah. Except I say it's sad because I know people are dying.
Yeah, so you Blitz, you hear the chunk of locks unlocking.
Okay, I'll step into the room.
You step into the room?
Yep. And he's just sitting there.
So he's crouched over in the corner, like kind of sitting up against one of the walls, like kind of underneath a table as he's like typing.
Is it too much if I can I tell their matrix messages going in and out from him? And is it too much to say if I wanted to stop that too? Or like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to do in one initiative pass, I guess.
So you have 2 simple actions or a complex action. And I believe I think it's a complex action to capture wireless signal.
Okay. Is opening, I'll have to look it up what doors is, because I've been assuming doors my whole turn.
I think so.
Okay. I'll look it up after.
Even if it's not, you would only have 1 simple action left, and that's not enough to like stop messages getting out.
Gotcha.
Well, Blitz is going to mulch him.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a try and dodge. Okay. So he like throws himself to the floor, and your shots slam into the building or into the wall behind him.
Okay.
Okay, so that is Blitz's 3rd pass. He does not have a 3rd pass. DK, do you have a 4th pass?
No. Nope.
So I think we're back around to Blitz for 4th pass. This dude's
try again.
All right.
You gonna say anything, or I just tried to?
I mean, it's not
for his life.
It's not his turn.
Oh yeah,
but it's just moving too fast.
Yeah, like you are supernaturally fast.
Yep.
Okay.
Any better?
So
that's better.
I need to turn modifiers. So he has a -1 to this. Okay. Yeah. You hit. Are you firing full auto again?
Yep.
Okay.
He was dealt 10.
Okay. And then I need to see if so that's what?
Like
2 successes. So 9 + 9, so 18. I think you're still gonna fuck this dude up. Yeah, 12. All right. That does enough to kill him. He again, and this dude is now dead.
Get wrecked.
That takes us out of turn order. So you guys have recovered the body of the unconscious form of Ryan Mills, and but no package. And I think this might be a good place to call it for tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll pick up here next week.
More so I don't forget next time, can I just flash the image of the guy who I think has the package up on everyone's image screen, well, those that have an image screen real quick, and say, this guy has package. So, or this is what we're looking for, I should say.
Yeah, you see the grainy CCTV footage of this guy come in. He's got the Mamba tattoos on both forearms, wearing like leather jacket, obvious guns on his hips, and he takes the satchel and leaves with his men, who are all also armed and obviously Mambas.
Are any of them tagged Cipher style with the name Viper?
No, none of them are Viper.
I really thought we could just wrap up Cipher's entire backstory problems in like one night.
One of my 3 enemies in the first session.
Yeah, we'll just take them out immediately. Hey, I'm Arthur Perkins. This has been AP Gaming Real. You can find me on this channel you're watching this on because it's my channel. I think we're going to go around, check in with everyone. If anyone wants to share their social medias or where you can find them and what they're doing. I'd also like to have everyone just say who they thought had the most effective skill set for today's match. Who's the MVP of this particular one? Dunamis, we're going to start with you.
I'm Dunamis. I'm on AP's Discord. That's about the only social media I really have. So if you want to find me, you can find me there. I had an absolute blast in this first session. It's my first time with Shadowrun. I kind of wanted to be like a guy who doesn't go into the room and sit outside, do techie stuff and help hack and stuff and basically be support. And I feel like that's exactly what I'm going to be for a lot of this. And this seems like a lot of fun to me. Even though AP asked the question, I think I'm going to go with the bait. And I think his whole Sonic, I can detect textures thing, or I can locate where people are behind walls. Not something I was expecting. Honestly, between our crew, seems like we have really good detect people skills from so many different angles. Pretty cool. Did not think sound waves would be one of them.
What they call in superhero genres a complementary skill set.
Yeah.
I didn't list mine. I actually think Sniff is we managed to skip any part of going into that building because we knew there was nothing living there except some plants. And I have to tell you, that's such a GM trap to be like, ooh, you go into the building and you investigate some stuff and none of it's relevant to you. And you find out that there's no one inside and you go back outside. And I'm like, yep, we skipped that whole thing.
Listen, there was stuff down there.
There's something in that basement.
Yeah.
There is something in that basement.
We can go back for pay data later after we have the chip and we've turned it in.
There you go.
Yeah, Ludemann.
Let's see. My thoughts.
No, you can outro as well in case you want to share.
Outro.
Social medias and then
social
effective
medias,
skill set.
Ludemann. Find
You
me
can
on
also say
AP.
yourself, by the way. Don't
What do
feel
you
that you need to say someone else if you think you did the best job.
Oh, no. That's, I'll say my honest opinion, which is that MVP, honestly, I think Cipher. Unlocking all the doors, driving us everywhere we need to go. Like, I do think that the skill set that Cipher brings to the table is going to make like our lives a lot easier.
Okay, Savannah.
Yep, I'm Savannah. You can find me haunting AP's server and various other servers. Let's see. I think the MVP was Cipher too.
That's right.
Wow, a lot of
Two votes for Cipher.
Get a trophy. Love that you unlock the doors. He's very quirky.
Yeah, I really appreciated your role play in this one, Dunamis.
I'm really looking forward to this character.
Can I ask, are you taking inspiration from your kid?
My kid?
I don't know, because you're like, I drive a race car. I've got a Mario Kart head. I'm like, are you just playing an adult version of a child?
I think you're just seeing the inner me.
Okay, sure. All right, Mr. Director.
Yeah, I am BigSpoon. You can find me on AP's Discord server and a few other shows that he's doing. Below the Cut Down, King Arthur Pendragon. You can also find me at bigspoon.bluesky.social or whatever it is.
Hold on. This
Yeah.
isn't your only Shadowrun show. Aren't you a cast member
That's
of
true.
season
Yes, correct.
3 of Sinless?
I am a cast member of season 3 of Sinless. I play Cade. He is a VTOL pilot for Dockwagon. That's actually I think in the latest episode, some shit really kicks off that just dropped. It's a big one. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Let's see. I think I think it's a tie for me of Decay and Blitz because I think you guys have equal kill counts. No. Maybe Decay, no, because you killed
I killed the kid
orc
in the
and
start.
the ganger, and then Blitz killed the 2 gangers here. So yeah, I'm even tie between Blitz and Decay. I'm gonna have to up my
Hold
my
on.
grunt
Are you rating
game.
our effectiveness totally based on murder rather than any utility at all? Wow, that really reshaped my opinion of how you're GMing this if killing is the only thing that matters.
No. It was like, you guys you're very good at what you do. And I feel like the team is pretty well balanced. Yeah, like I don't know, it's hard to pick the most effective person. So
Yeah, but you have to.
what?
I'm not going to
And
let
I'm-
you
I'm
just.
not- I'm
I
in
know, I'm
control of
not
the
letting
end
you.
screen.
No, you can't say 2 people. I said which one person.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to choose between me and Savannah based on your answer. You bid out the other 2, so you now have to pick between the
Sure.
2 of us.
Well, I think that's
Bargained
hands
well
down.
and
It's
done.
it's Blitz then because I live with her.
Wow, so that's the utility now? Okay.
Tiebreakers exist that way.
Yeah. But no, it was I think everybody did really well in their kind of like role. You know, the doors definitely could have been a problem, but they were not.
To who? To a person with a shotgun and the Kool-Aid man?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
What problem do you suppose they would pose to us?
Yeah. But
Scythe was so happy he thought we were going stealthy for just the briefest
Yeah,
of moments.
let's
I
do that.
2
tried.
seconds.
I legitimately tried, and Spoon was like, "She pulls a knife on you," and I was like, "Okay, all right, well, we'll do this.
So
We'll
this
do it
is
your way,
this
Spoon."
is a kind of classic Shadowrun scenario. It's like gangers have taken over a operational stuffer shack and are just
Yeah,
basically
food
like
fight.
mugging people who come in. So
Why would this fucking clown messenger go into the? Well, we know he didn't, though, right?
yeah,
We know from the beginning he didn't. But my assumption now is that Ryan was like, "I've got to deliver this highly
I'm
sensitive ship.
thirsty.
I'd better stop for a stuffer shack."
I gotta go get my
I'm
Brondo
hungry.
and soy gems.
Soy gems. So
My
just-
assumption of Ryan Mills is that he's a fucking idiot.
Just needed that big gulp. Too bad.
Oh,
it's a solid C- delivery, man.
fantastic.
We will pick it up next week when we see if we can find the package.